Tomorrow's not promised, so won't you come get on this? You should let me be right now.
Yo, man, you're off beat. Yo, man, you're off beat.
Show. This is hour number 3. We call it the Power Hour. Paying tribute to the great Kid and Play.
Thought about it long and hard till it became clear.
Yo, kid, I got an idea. Just follow me.
If y'all notice, man, let's rehash this. Let's bring this back up. If y'all notice, man, all of their beats are all James Brown based. Like you can hear James Brown, even a little sample of James Brown in the background of a lot of Kid and Play's music from back in the day. Check it out. Check it out. Beats and everything.
You're off beat. Yo, man, you're off beat.
Tribute Tuesday, Kid and Play, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. So paying homage to Kid and Play, also giving you the top 5, or my top 5, cereals of all times. Today is National Cereal Day. If you tuned into the show late, you might be saying to yourself, why isn't you talking about cereal all day long? You know, what's the deal with this cereal? Today is National Cereal Day. And I keep saying this, man, and as soon as I get time, I'm going to try to get the campaign started, man. We need to figure out a way and how you get your own day, because the Doug Stewart Show and the Stewies need their own day. Shut up. You know, I don't have a lot of budget to pay somebody to go out and do the research and the legwork on finding out how to make this happen. But if I could get one of the Stewies or one of the Stewettes to do that legwork for me, I'd appreciate it. We need 2 days. We need 1 day for the Doug Stewart Show by itself. We also need a day specifically just for the Stewies. That's right. Now, I would kind of, for marketing purposes, I would kind of like to have my own personal day. Not with the Stewies. I think that's only proper, and I think it's right, and it's warranted that the Stewies have their own day, and I have my own day. But if we can't get 2 days, if it's going to be tough to get 2 days past, that's fine as well. Give the Stewies and the Doug Stewart Show a day by themselves, just to themselves, so all of America can celebrate. Help me figure out how to do it. If y'all follow the show, man, people that follow the show every day know that a lot of times I talk about what day it is every single day. There's a different day designated for something else. For this, for that cause, man, we should easily be able to get our own damn day. Seriously. Let's make that happen. Quick little Atlanta Hawks talk, man. In addition to the heated exchange between players, Dennis Schroeder also had words with Coach Mike Budenholzer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, last night the Hawks went down to the Golden State Warriors 119-111, and Coach Bud in the third quarter benched Dennis Schroeder, who had been balling out of control. Schroeder had 23 points in the first half. I actually watched most of this game last night. He had 19 points in the first quarter. So Dennis Schroeder is the point guard for the Atlanta Hawks. And something happened between some type of miscommunication between him and Dwight Howard. Dwight turned the ball over, I think it was, and what happened? Dwight had a turnover, and something was going on, and Dennis Schroeder and Dwight were kind of like arguing about that play, and Golden State shot a three-pointer right in front of their eyes, like when they were around their pussyfooting, as they used to say back in the day, and arguing. Golden State scored a three-point basket. Yeah, the Hawks led 70-69 early in the third quarter when Howard was, here it goes, credited with a turnover on a bad pass to Tybo Cephalosha with about 9 minutes remaining in the period. And Schroeder and Howard argued. The Warriors inbounded the ball, and Steph Curry hit a three-pointer. And Coach Bud basically put his ass on the bench, and the man didn't play the entire fourth quarter. Now, keep in mind, as I said earlier, the man had 23 points in the first half, 19 in one quarter. And Coach Bud put his ass on the bench. The Curry three-pointer was part of a 26-10 Warriors run that put the game nearly out of reach. The Hawks lost for the third straight time. Not good. All at home. They have dropped 6 of the past 8 games. The Hawks are 11-14 since a 7-game win streak and ended early in January. They are 25-27 since starting the season 9-2. Man, every time you think the Hawks are going to do something and that they're, trending upwards, they have these little runs where they lose a lot of games. 3 of the last 7, or 3 and 7 in their last 10. They're still in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. As of right now, they take on the Toronto Raptors in the first round of the playoffs. We still got like 17, 18 more games, I believe, left in the season. But the Hawks right now are 5th in the Eastern Conference Finals. They're going to make the playoffs. Let's see, how far are they ahead of the 8th team? Oh, they're only 3 games ahead of the 8th team, the Chicago Bulls. Fuck around and get left out. So the Hawks, man, this is not a good time for this to be happening, man. They're struggling right now. And a lot of people always talk about Dennis Schroeder. When they let Jeff Teague go, I was one of the people saying that I like Schroeder, man. Go ahead and give him the keys to the car. Let Jeff Teague go to Indiana and play for the Pacers. And let's go ahead and run with Dennis Schroeder. I thought his upside, still think his upside is way more than Jeff Teague's going to be able to give you. He's a gamer. He's a competitor. I like him, but a lot of people don't like Dennis Schroeder's leadership at this point. And the whole thing that Coach Budenholzer was mad about, I guess you can kind of speculate, and he kind of mentioned that as well in some of the comments that I read out there, is that like he doesn't play like a team game, and he's not the leader on the floor that you would expect him to be, being the point guard. And he makes a lot of foolish mistakes from a young guy. He's a young guy. Seems kind of harsh. And you putting a player that was having one of the best games of his life on the bench the entire second half, or pretty much the entire second half, that couldn't have helped, in trying to win a game last night against the Golden State Warriors. So it's almost like you cut off your nose, spite your face. Make his ass run some laps after practice. Don't take the man off the damn floor. Make him run some bleachers or some of them suicides or something like that. I don't like that. I didn't like that move at all. Here's a quote. "We need to learn to play together and stay together for 48 minutes, Coach Budenholzer said. But to the detriment of winning and losing a game? I like Coach Bud. I do. But damn. I mean, y'all discuss that after the fact. Tell him to get his head back in the game. Stop arguing with your teammate, with whoever fault it was, and that's another part of this. It was probably Dwight's fault. It was Dwight's fault. He had this costly turnover or whatever, and I don't know specifically what play was called or whatever, or what they were trying to accomplish on the floor. So, Schroeder's the point guard. He's trying to get this veteran player whose offensive game is still that of a 16-year-old, trying to get him straight. It's almost like Coach Bud's taking or took Dwight Howard's side on this particular thing. And maybe he was wrong. Maybe Schroeder is wrong. He's been wrong a lot of times. Shot selection has been pretty bad a lot of times in his career. But I just think that you discuss that after the fact, after the game. You don't take your most effective offensive player off the floor to prove a point. You know what the point is? The point is I'm going to keep this guy on the floor because we're trying to win. We'll solve that shit later. So bad look. One other ATL thing. Julio Jones, Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones, had surgery to remove a bunion on his foot Monday. On his Instagram, he proclaimed that the surgery went fine. He's good to go. The procedure was performed by renowned foot surgeon, Dr. Robert Anderson, who previously repaired multiple fractures on Jones's right foot. Julio's always had these little foot issues since he came into the league. Even before the combine, when he was coming out in the draft, I remember at the combine he had an issue with his foot or his ankle or something like that, man. And it seems like every year there's something, with his feet or his lower extremities. Jones faces a 4 to 5 month recovery to fully heal. According to the team, the Falcons expect him to be ready for training camp in July. I don't know anybody that's, maybe something like that you keep to yourself. But I would assume being a 4 and 5 month period where he has to rehabilitate, that I would have known somebody that had that surgery before and, had been out that amount of time from work or whatever. But the only people I remember hearing about having bunion surgery, and if you don't know what a bunion is basically like, is it the actual foot? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but basically it's when your feet kind of like protrude outwards, the inside, the front, the top part, like right under the toes on the inside, kind of like pushes out to the middle. And that's a bunion. And it reminds me of a scene. It reminds me of one of those scenes, and I'm gonna get you sucker or something like that with the dude at the big pulsating toe or whatever. But that's what it is. So y'all pray for Julio Jones, man, that man can get back on the field, and the Falcons can try to get over this terrible, horrific Super Bowl loss this year. Yeah. Man, can y'all believe the Falcons lost that Super Bowl? Wow. Every time I just think about it, it just brings back the unbelievable thought of giving up a 28-3 lead in the third quarter. I've done very good over the last couple of days and weeks to not even bring this up. But whenever I talk about anything to do with the Atlanta Falcons, I just see that score flashing in front of my eyes. I just see me at that party, the Super Bowl party that I was at, just screaming to everybody and telling everybody to relax. It's going to be fine. There's no way they're going to come back and win this game. Relax. This game is over. It's a wrap. Oh, man, if you could have seen me at this Super Bowl party I was at, like in that third quarter, especially after the Falcons had scored the third quarter, when they went up 28-3, you should have seen me at this party I was at reassuring everybody, there's no way they can lose this game. Relax. Got to be more careful. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougshow.com. Let me read some of these messages in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Before we do that, let me give you number 3 or number 2.